Hey guys, what is up? It's Sebastian here at Leading Man Attraction, and in today's video we're going to be talking about charisma. So what even is charisma? Well, charisma can be defined as attractiveness or a charm that lures people into listening to you and wanting to be around you. It's almost like this inner confidence that just oozes out of you, and it makes you more charming to listen to. People love charismatic people because they are able to have a sense of humor and to stay non-reactive in situations that most people would really crumble under. A charismatic person has a self-confidence and a self-belief that he is a boss in any place that he is in. And a charming person and a person who has that charisma is always congruent in his behaviors and in what he believes in. He doesn't crumble under pressure. So what are the things that we can actually do to become more charismatic and to actually build charisma? Because let's face it, most of us are not built with this skill. This is a skill that can be trained and that you can teach yourself very easily by implementing certain behaviors into your everyday life. So let's get right into the video. Number one, be physically comfortable. Now, what do I mean by that? I mean, be physically comfortable in any place that you go into. So if you are in a new place, you want to spread out your body. You don't want to cross your arms, you don't want to cross your legs, you don't want to stay hunched inside, because that shows a few insecurities, which is not something that charismatic people do. If you're a charismatic person, in any place that you are, you always spread out your body. You stay relaxed, your muscles are relaxed, and you own the space that you are in. So let's get a quick example of what it looks like when you spread out your body when you're sitting down. So on the left here, we've got Don Draper from Mad Men. And if you look at his body position right here, it just conveys incredible confidence and almost power, as well as that little smile that he has. It's very charismatic. And if somebody's sitting like this and you're speaking to someone, it looks like he's the person in control of that conversation, he's in power, and he is the one who is leading. So if you want to command respect and get the attention and have the control, just like Don Draper does in Mad Men and a lot of his episodes, make sure that you spread out your body and you occupy as much space as possible and you relax in these situations. If you're speaking to somebody new, don't hunch down, because as you're going to see, that is what's going to make people less likely to be open to a conversation with you. It's not like you would want to talk to this person in an engaging conversation for the first time. It almost looks like he's angry and we can't even see his face here. So always have your body open, use your hands, spread out your chest and your shoulders, and make sure that your tonality is very level. And that way you're going to be more interesting to listen to, and it's going to look like you really want to engage in a conversation with someone than if you're always crossing your arms, you're hunching down, and you're kind of looking like you want to get out of the place. So if we look at what relaxing your muscles looks like too. Well, relaxing your muscles simply means to, again, make sure that your body is open, and make sure that if you're going into a new interaction with somebody new and you're feeling quite nervous, you take a few deep breaths in and say to yourself inside your head that nothing bad is going to happen to you. That is an irrational fear. Okay? You're gonna actually go out there, talk to the person, and then you'll know what's gonna happen. You gotta stop imagining and anticipating the outcome of your interactions, because that is what's actually stopping you from meeting great friends and meeting a lot of girls. So stop anticipating the outcome, take a deep breath in, relax your body, loosen up, shake it out, and go up there and stop hesitating and go in there 100% conviction. The second thing that you guys can do right now is to stop fidgeting. So if you're fidgeting in a conversation or while you're meeting new people, it makes you look like you're very nervous, and it makes you look a little bit uncomfortable in that situation. So it looks like you're not that confident about meeting new people and about talking to them. So you want to stop fidgeting. Fidgeting can also be a sign of insecurities. So you want to really stop fidgeting wherever you're talking to somebody else, somebody new. If you know you're going to fidget, put your hands over your knees, but keep your chest out so that it looks like you have an open body language. This will make you look far more approachable and far more relaxed. Okay guys, so the third thing that you can do is use your sense of humor. Now this is very powerful because it breaks the ice, especially if you're entering a conversation with somebody that you've just met. People, if you notice in an interaction with a stranger, they will actually go to say something like, hey, how are you? Hi, my name is this and that. And then it doesn't really go anywhere. What do? Questions like that will be very boring and bland, and they won't actually engage a lot of people. So you want to break the ice with humor. You want to elicit positive emotions from people, and that way they will feel good about talking to you. And when they see you next in another conversation, they will remember that you were the guy who actually made them laugh, and they will remember you more than somebody who hasn't. And this will make people listen to you. Imagine a stand-up comedian. They are able to speak to people for an hour, hour and a half, masses of people, and they make them laugh. And they are so engaging that a lot of people don't even know where that hour, hour and a half had actually gone. They command people's attention through humor and through using their tonality and their inner confidence to actually keep people's attention. They use the sense of humor to portray confidence. And of course, humor can also ease tension. If you are in an argument or even a confrontation, or somebody is disagreeing with you about something, then you can very easily release the tension by adding your sense of humor, maybe misinterpreting something that they've said, elevating the mood, elevating your tonality, and making that other person laugh. That will make you look like you're more confident in yourself and in your argument and in your views, as well as it will make you look like you don't actually care that much about being in that confrontation. It doesn't affect you negatively. It doesn't make you react. You're actually still staying very congruent and very level. And you do that through sense of humor. And you can win someone over by making them laugh in that argument or in that interaction where they disagree with you. So another thing that we can do to become more charismatic is to be non-reactive. Now, why is this important? It is like a reflex, like a fight or flight reflex that you can actually train yourself not to use as often to be reactive to other people. You shouldn't be reactive as a charismatic man. Charismatic men actually bring out a reaction. They lead a conversation. They have that inner self-confidence that actually is shown by being non-reactive to arguments, to somebody dissing you, or to a girl challenging you. If you don't react to this, if you don't show your emotions, then it means that you have more social power. That person doesn't affect you as much as you have an effect on them when you make them react. So how can you actually train yourself to be less reactive than other people? Well, when somebody gives you a diss, somebody gives you a challenge, or a girl gives you a shit test, you don't react, okay? You think for a moment. Even if you get a little nervous, you don't let yourself react. You hold on to that and then you respond accordingly. So think about the things that we were talking about when you pass shit tests or when you pass confrontation. You say a little joke or you misinterpret the shit test. You can also exaggerate those things. You can agree with those things, and because you're not taking it as a diss, you're taking it as a joke, it will make you look far more confident than if you start to react in a negative way or you got emotionally scarred and emotionally triggered by this. So always be either non-reactive, accept those things, say, yeah, you're absolutely right, and then exaggerate it even further. And then that will make you look far more confident because people will realize, well, he doesn't care. He just takes it as banter. And once you start being non-reactive, girls will be far more drawn to you because you have that congruence and you'll have that charisma because you won't be reacting to them like most guys will during their interactions, and you'll actually be far more interesting to talk to and to listen to because you actually become the person who elicits reactions because your responses are more well timed, they're more calculated, and they're more fun if you use that sense of humor as we talked about in the past step. Now, when I say be non-reactive, I don't mean lose all of your emotions. And I don't mean actually just have a straight face all the time. What you have to do is make sure that you don't react in a negative way. And you'll very quickly notice that girls will respond and react to you differently. They will become more open to your approaches, and they will actually want to qualify themselves to you because you're different than most guys who just react. You'll be more memorable because you can actually create jokes. You are very comfortable in your body, you're always spreading yourself out, you own in the space you're in, you feel like a boss, you look like a boss, and you're non-reactive, so you're actually staying congruent with those behaviors. So the fifth and final thing that you can start doing right now is to stop trying to please everyone. This will make you look needy and try hard. You're gonna realize that not everybody is going to like you and respond positively to you. And that is okay. People are different. Not everybody can vibe with one another. That is why some people get along and some people don't. So if that is what's stopping you, a fear of rejection, or a fear of not being accepted, or a fear of just simply not fitting in with that person, you really are not going to be making a lot of friends, and you're not going to meet a lot of girls that you're going to have fun with, because you're going to constantly stop yourself and you're going to constantly be thinking, what do I say to make her like me? You're going to stop trying to impress everyone. You should always just go into a conversation being yourself. And if you are actually being yourself and you're not putting on a character and you're using your own sense of humor, you're not afraid to remove that filter, you just portray yourself, then you're gonna actually meet a lot more people, and you're gonna find that a lot of them are actually more open to having a fun interaction with you and getting to know you. Okay guys, so that is it for today's video. I hope you found it informational and useful, and leave a comment guys. Let me know how you actually change yourself to become more charismatic, and if you have any tips or ways that you can actually share with people and other guys out there to help them become more charismatic too. Let's start changing ourselves for the better to become more charismatic men that people enjoy being around. Subscribe for more content like this and check out our next video right now.